Hey everyone, TimaeuSS and welcome to another AFK Journey video. So today, let's take a look at the guides available for Snow Stomper. We'll be using the Pridewind guide with their very detailed breakdown of the theme compositions, along with making reference to the Analytica guide. They have a one-stop shop, the meta teams as well as units that if you don't have Rainier, for example, what the team composition you can run for all of the different bosses, and also make it very clear, A team is the best over B and C, and if the units have a little purple star or some stars above them, that means they need to be at certain rarity. So this is very nice, and of course we'll take a look at our current team composition, see if we can improve upon it. Now you can see here I am placed at 167, doing about almost 16 million damage, and this is always important to do as much as you can to Dream Realm bosses, because for free-to-play players or even small spenders, this 3 tickets every single time is gonna be massive. This is really important, and of course as you go and progress through the rankings, you also get additional rewards for reaching the top in your server. So you want to do as well as you can, and always try your best to get 100%, because 3 every day is quite a lot. So without further ado, let's take a look at the boss mechanics. Now you'll see in game that bosses does have quite a few things. You have the range attack from the bosses as well as the melee attack, and there's AoE silence, there's interrupt, and there is just a lot of damage coming out. You are going to need a healer, but healers get interrupted during this fight. So you can see that in some of my smoky game combat footage later on, he'll get interrupted, and sometimes just cannot get the heal off to top up your team. That's why units that can offer live drain, for example Thora linked up with Merrily, is super strong. Now looking at the team roles, they are suggesting to go DPS carry and then a buffer and a debuffer, so you get both sides covered. And looking at the analytic guy, this is pretty much very similar as well. You have quote unquote a pseudo tank, and then you run your Rainier plus Merrily and your Oldie. Those 3 are basically 3 units that will never ever change. However, I want to just stress that Rainier in this case pretty much needs to be Mythic plus. Okay, you're gonna have to have a Mythic plus Rainier so you can get the skill. Without it, it's gonna be very tough. But you can see the other choices on the team, the Maulers, the if you use the other one, Corin, they're all pretty relatively easy to obtain. However, I'm gonna be using my Thorin linking up Merrily in this composition, and then running a Smoky with Oldie, and just using another Mauler to fill the rest of the team. Now if you do have Kruger, if you do have Shakir, because you've built them as you are trying to focus on your Dream Realm team, then by all means use it. I think they would be super strong. But for me, I think the Snow Stomper is actually one of my worst matchups, just because I don't have some of the key Mauler units built. And also you can see that the best in slot Rainier needs to be Mythic plus to really show off the potential. So this is the meta composition, and we will use something very similar in this showcase and see how much we can do. So we're going to the battle, and again, position wise, it's actually going to be key. Okay, we've been testing some team compositions, so just ignore these. But I've got Thorin here, and if we check out the analytic guide, they actually make a difference with the positioning as well, just so you want your kind of DPS-ish units in the front, especially if I'm gonna run Smoky, just so the heal covers it. Otherwise, if they're out of the range, then it's bad. So I have my Oldie right here in the front, and I'll place Smoky in the back, just like here. And then the last unit, I really want to use Rainier. Okay, Rainier is super good in this situation. We're gonna do a test run with it and then swap out with other potential Maulers in this case. Just let's see how this team will do, and if it can beat our high score, and we can see what the boss rotation looks like. So right off the bat, we do cast a little haste ring. We can see that Thorin is just slightly out of the heal range, but that's alright. But we get instantly silenced across the team. This is really annoying, because when you silence, the boss is doing so much damage, and Oldie just dies. So maybe placing him at the front is not the best call right there. We will swap things around, but I do recall the boss will try to go for the back line or the highest damaging DPS, but we'll swap things around, see if that works. Now he's aiming at Smoky, And oh, look at that hit on the right here. So much damage coming out. Okay, now the silence wears off. Hopefully we can get Smokey's heal up, because we really need it before the rest of the team dies. And here we go. Yes, we get a team off. And can we heal a lot before we get silenced too much? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. They're really low on the HP, and my Thor is gonna die. And of course, losing Odie early on was definitely not a fantastic play there. So definitely we didn't want to lose Odie. So let's try that again. But this time we won't have Odie stand up too far in front. See if they'll go for Thoran perhaps with this composition. And of course we still need him to be relatively in range. I think here's okay. And then for the last one, let's just try out Shakir. And we'll place Shakir right here. So hopefully this team will do a bit better. But you can see that unfortunately Shakir just is not at the dupes required. So Shakir for myself is gonna be a bit tough to use, and Shakir is obviously not Mythic Plus, so the damage coming out. But it seems like the boss is focusing on Thoran at the moment. So we're doing okay. We just need the heal to come out from Smokey and hopefully catch Shakir. Oh, we got silenced just before, and this is not looking great. This is not looking great. Just due to and Merrily dies. Yes, because the silence timing was really bad. We lost Shakir, and Smokey could not get the heal off at all. And of course Thoran is also out of range. I think I need to move Smokey in front and see how that does. It's tough, but like I've said, Snow Stomper is definitely one of my worst matchups, unfortunately. And yeah, we'll try one more team composition. And this time we will move Smokey into the front, and we'll take off Shakir, and let's try somewhat right. There we go. This time I think we can catch everyone. Yes, in the heal box. And let's see if this is going to make a difference. Thoran this time is of course in it as well. Here comes the silence, which is really annoying, and we will shift our targeting. Ooh. Wow, there's a lot of damage coming out. Ooh. And we need to heal. Oh no, this is probably the worst run. This is probably the worst run here. Okay. Anyhow, the first one looked to be the most successful. We did manage to get top 200, but unfortunately I just don't have the right units as they have showcased in the build. My Thoran, my other units are much better in boss fights such as King Kroger. So we'll make another video going over that in a separate boss fight when this thing resets, but hopefully your Snow Stomper runs are better than mine. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye now.